Hello, dear ones. Caroline Khaki here with a little full moon download for you. We'll be sitting through a visualization, a subtle body check-in is what these tend to be. So feel free to get comfortable however you want to sit or recline or take up space. Feel free. Your eyes can be open or closed. If you're already feeling rather inward, it can be nice to focus on something outside of yourself. In the external, a steady point, a candle flame, a fire safely made and attended to, a glass of water, the moon itself, whatever feels safe and grounding for you. This moon drops us into self in a sort of tidying way while also embracing the messy nature of our many human complexities, our multifaceted nature of being three-dimensional and beyond, really. There's so much within us that we cannot see within our bodies, beyond our bodies, and still, we can envision it and in that sense build a world of our own that makes sense to us, a sort of roadmap of self. And I've found starting at the center from an illuminated space and sense of self can be the most nourishing and secure place to move from as you navigate other halls and doorways of self and layers and all of the things. So we'll begin here with a shared breath together through the wavelengths. You're welcome to join me. Exhale to prepare out of your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose. And out of your mouth, exhale. Once more for good measure. Inhale through your nose. Out of your mouth, exhale. No matter where or how you've landed, remain present in your breath for a couple moments longer, allowing it to hold and steady your gaze. Notice its quality and texture. Notice if it feels weighted or lightened. And you can expand a bit. Notice where your breath is flowing naturally or less so. See if there's spaces where the breath could go a bit more naturally and allow for it to flow there. And then in the next couple of moments, allow for your breath to really saturate through the center line of your body. If you can envision from the crown of your head down to the root of your seat. You can include your feet in this, but I'm thinking more bottom, hip, root areas. Breathe right along that line of being, that road within self. And feel into that space. You might envision it as a pillar. I often do. A pillar, ethereal, breath-like, airy, otherworldly in many ways. See if you can feel into that space. Root down into it. Breathe softly with and from and to it. Notice if it feels dense or staticky, if it feels widespread or tight-knit. Noticing without judgment or expectation or reaction, simply allowing yourself to see the layers within this particular realm and layer of self, of your beingness. If it helps, you might paint it a certain color, and your breath with that can aid in dialing up the pigmentation, the saturation, so that you might better see and sense this pillar. Continue to breathe with it, root down in it. Knowing that it is your center in a way that cannot be seen but can still be tangible in this way of touching in, tapping in. And as you check in, notice variations, parts that feel shadowed or unkept, parts that feel in need of some shedding or nourishment in some form or another. See if you can welcome these in a subtle way. Oftentimes it can feel nice to bring your hand to a space that you feel called to, just hovering above your physical body, and envision something flooding through a space as you feel called to, or envision pulling something away from a space that feels like it doesn't belong to you or isn't serving you right now. Trust your intuition, your gut, the truth that shimmers forth from this pillar as you sit with it a while longer. Steady in your breath, quiet your mind. Simply witness this pillar. Allow it to hold you steady. All else just swirls and rotates around it, revels in it, extends from it, reaches towards it. In its truth, it's the core of you. Is it steady or flailing at present? Can you aid in soothing it? Can you tell yourself you are there, you're safe, supported, held? Take a few more breaths here. Know that you are protected, you are blessed. Know that boundaries are yours to set and yours to keep. Know that the self, that pillar, holds every version of you wanting to be nurtured, held, loved, uplifted, brought out of the shame and the shadows, and integrated into that pillar as it expands, not so much in size, but in effervescence. Take a few more breaths with me here. Settle, soften into self. Thank you for tuning in today. There's more goodness linked in the description box below. Signing off. Blessed be. Happy full moon in Virgo.